Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Look, Wrestling 101, classes in session. Pay attention to the teachings, that's from Andrew and Derrick. I mean, these guys making a killing with no competition. Dynamic duo better than the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. Everybody make some noise, mess with them, you get destroyed. They cannot be beat, take a seat. Watch them do they thing on the MIC. Face defeat, they cannot be seen like JC. Oh my goodness, it's a killing spree.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Wrestling IQ 101. You guys know me. I am Derrick, part of the Wrestling IQ 101 podcast. You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Wrestling IQ 101. Also, check us out on all streaming platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Today, very special day. There's going to be a lot of trouble going on. A big man coming through here today. The Meadowlands Monster, Oso Blanco in the building. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be part of your show.
Yeah, man, definitely glad to have you on. I believe it was this weekend or the weekend before. Saw you up at Battle Club Pro, supporting, showing love for everybody that was in the ring.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I was gonna get to that later, but I'll tell you this. Like, I know you're a great wrestler, but you are like an awesome fan as well, man. Like, you're outside in the crowd, you're badgering the hills and all that. It's hilarious, man. I loved it. Do you enjoy, sometimes not being in the ring and just standing on the outside, getting to be a fan like that?
Yeah, bro. It's nice to take a step back every once in a while and just enjoy it for what it is instead of worrying about, putting on a show for everyone and making sure it's top notch to make sure everybody has a good time and stuff. So it's nice to be on the other end of it every once in a while.
Yeah, no, definitely. I could definitely feel you on that. Recently, when I saw you, I had wished you well, and was happy you got cleared. Let's talk about, the injury you had that kind of sidelined you for a while, and just how that experience was, and just, getting through the rehab process and, getting cleared to get back in the ring.
Yeah. So, I had that match for VXX Wrestling, and I kind of I took the wall just wrong. I've done it before hundreds of times in the same literally spot where I hit that wall, but it just wasn't my day. So I had torn the AC joint that holds your collarbone into the socket. You know what I mean? So I had that reconstructed. There's like 2 titanium buttons in my shoulder now. It's another person's ligaments. They took another dead man's ligaments. So I got I got a ride or die with me now in my shoulder. But yeah, the therapy was great. I went to Crowbar. And a lot of people probably know who Crowbar is. But he literally 3 times a week, I would go there and he'd stretch me out, and I'd have a routine, every 3 days. But I continued doing it while I was home, and I didn't go see him. I kept pushing, man. Since the minute I was able to take the sling off, I took it off, and I slowly was moving my arm and trying to get back to having some momentum in the arm. But gratefully, it healed pretty quickly. Very, very quickly, actually. So I'm very grateful that I was able to get through it fast.
Nice. Now, I always wonder, because, I used to play basketball, and, injuries happen just like in any sport, just like in wrestling, they happen. For me, I know when I got injuries, they never really stuck in my head, and I never really worried about them until, I tore my Achilles. I tore my Achilles probably 6 years ago. And now when I play basketball, this is the first year I don't think about it when I play. When
Right.
injuries like that happen to you guys, is this something that kind of sticks in the back of your head that, you try to be careful or move gingerly, or is it kind of you throw it out the window and you just perform as usual?
Well, as far as when I was able to work out, I was very, very, I'm talking 10, 15 pounds with everything, just to get that momentum into the shoulder. but I was always pushing the limits. I try not to live that way,
Yeah.
like to dwell on that injury and to think about it. It's just another day. It was just another obstacle that I broke down and got through real easy. So I just took it as a time to reset and just take time to be with my family and with my kids and not stress. And I'm not gonna let it stick in my mind because that's how you end up getting hurt again. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go out there and keep doing what I've always done, and I'm not gonna let it affect me in that sense mentally. I'm not gonna let it affect me. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm 100% before I get into any real competition. Because of the fact that I do have that in my head, like throwing the first clothesline or something and fucking tearing my arm off and shit. But
Yeah.
no, the doctor did really good, man. It's a really nice, clean fucking scar. Everything. I didn't take any painkillers. Just some Advil and just got through it. My wife really took care of me. She was there every fucking day. Making sure that I was able to sleep. She used to tuck me in like a burrito at the end of the night so I wouldn't move. You know what I mean? So like I kind of got used to getting tucking in like a little baby again. So no, man, everything was good, man. It was just kind of like a vacation, I guess. I had to learn how to do everything with my left hand, which was pretty cool. So now I can mess people up with both hands.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's cool. During that, also something that I found that was pretty cool. I saw you had got a message from Kevin Nash, just to reinforce some positivity.
Yeah.
Kind of like just explain what was the significance of getting something from somebody who is a Hall of Famer in the sport, and he's dealt with his share of injuries too, but he always just keeps pushing to come back as well.
So I got sent that message. I woke up one day and I had a message in my inbox from like UK fan, and they had sent me this, and it was pretty awesome, man. Because Kevin Nash is definitely one of the big reasons why I wrestle the way I do, the attitude I have. He's definitely one of the main reasons. Undertaker also. It was kind of like a combination of Kane, Undertaker, Kevin Nash, with a little bit of test. And I just kind of mashed everything together. And getting that type of message from somebody like that, it meant a lot, dude. It just lit the fire in my ass even more. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I'm gonna be doing security for the Pandora's Toy Box June 26th for they have Kevin Nash doing the signing there. So it's a small world, man. He sent me this message, and then now I'm gonna be able to actually meet him and do security for him. So it's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty dope how things come, full circle like that. It's pretty cool. Being a big man in the sport, I always wonder this, and sometimes you always get different answers when you talk to different big men. For you, when you're competing in the ring, do you find that you match up better with smaller competitors, or do you like being out there with the bigger guys and just banging it out?
It really wouldn't matter to me. I like working with all different types of guys. I haven't worked with any females yet, but I've worked with kind of every kind of size so far. I haven't worked with anybody taller than me, but I've worked with Casanova, Wrecking Ball, Adam Payne. I've wrestled the big guys. I've also wrestled Sebastian Cage. I've been in the ring with Casey Navarro. So I've been in the ring with big and small guys, and I guess it's up to how you feel. Do you want to brawl it out with another big guy, or do you want to like put on a pretty cool story with a smaller guy that can move, where you can do more things with them? I like the storytelling aspect. I don't mind fighting somebody my size, but I think that tends to be boring sometimes. Two big dudes kind of like not doing much other than just punching each other or slapping each other. But I like competition, so it wouldn't matter who it is. That's what is fun about it. Any size, any gender, it doesn't matter. That's what wrestling's for, man. It's entertainment, and it's a good time.
Yeah, definitely. So you got me thinking. I was like, I can't even imagine like you in there like towering over like a woman competitor. I'm just trying to think, and there's some tough ones out there. Now you're gonna have me thinking of like some fantasy booking for you, man.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't know of any female. I mean, Erica Lee is the Magic champion. She took my position. She won the tournament. So hopefully, maybe one day down the road with Magic, I get an opportunity to win my title back. Actually, I would like to win both my titles back, seeing as I never lost them. You know, you got Darius Carter out there saying he's the best Dark Arts champion, but you know he's pretty much a pretender. And I'm not throwing shade or anything, but you never beat the real champion. And you know, I get the heavyweight title. I was injured and all, but I still never lost it. So I think I should get an opportunity right when I come back, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So I'm happy that she's the champion, but that's one girl that needs to watch her back because once I come back, I might want what I left behind.
Nice. Yeah, see, that's two matches I would definitely look forward to seeing for sure. For you, when you know, going back, when you you know, got interested in wrestling, you know, what was it that drew you to wrestling? And also, what kind of like made you say, hey, I'm going to take this serious and pursue it as a career?
Well, what attracted me was the ability that these people had to draw me in and totally have me invested into the match and believe, you know, if I hated that guy, I really wanted him to lose. I was really cheering for that good guy. I was really there for him. And you know, the feeling that you got, the emotion you got out of the old school era, how did it not, you know, draw you in and make you become a fan? It's getting crazy today. Wrestling's evolving in a massive way, and I just want I don't want it ever to be I don't want the storytelling ever to be pulled out of wrestling. You know what I mean? The talent and the athletes that are wrestling today are amazing. I wish I could do a moonsault. You know what I mean? I wish I could do those crazy moves, but I can't. So like, I appreciate what these guys are doing. Like Eli Everfly is insane. I've seen some of his matches, and for such a small dude, like he's insane. So like, the storytelling is what got me with wrestling, man. As a kid, I fell in love with it. You know, I grew up. I was born in the '80s, so like I was in that old school era, into the Attitude Era. So like I had like a really good serving of really good wrestling. You know, I was in like I was what 12 or 13 maybe during the Monday Night Wars and shit like that. So like I was in it. You know, I was in the heart and soul of that stuff. So yeah, I've always been a wrestling fan. So you know, and the reason what pushed me to it to finally do it, I wanted to do it coming out of high school. I didn't want to go to college, but my parents had other plans for me. They were pushing for me to go to college. So I kind of let that dream go. I went to college, didn't work out for me. So I started working, you know, regular jobs. I did a lot of warehousing. So I have a big, extensive background in warehousing, trucking. I'm a truck driver. I have a CDL A class. Like I'm a legit truck driver.
Nice.
So like I have a lot of work in my I think that's why I'm like the first one there all the time. That's why I'm always putting up rings by myself, you know, because I have that work ethic. I've been busting my ass since I was a kid. I come from a Cuban family, a very poor Cuban family from Union City. So like our whole lives we struggled. Our whole lives we had to earn whatever we wanted. So like I put everything into what this is. I had a job at some point. I lost it. I was kind of fed up with the way life was throwing me curveballs. So I finally looked at my girl at the time and I was like, I need to do something different. I need to use my height and my God-given abilities for a different reason than driving trucks and driving forklifts and loading trucks and stuff. So I found a place to train with Gino and ACPW. From there, I felt like I needed to move on, and I got into magic. Then from there, slowly learning, and you know, I'm not one of the best. I'm not gonna say I'm the best big guy in the indies right now because there's a lot of fucking great guys, dude. You know, I'm not that cocky. I've always respected other people's games, but I think that I'm probably one of the big men that stand out the most. I just don't have the right backing behind me sometimes, I think. But I do have a look. I do have a personality. I'm only getting better as the days go by. Even with this injury, I feel 100% right now. And I'm in the gym every fucking day now. I'm taking the time from not working to just fucking work in the gym as hard as I can. I'm going to be trouble when I come back. People are going to know me. If you don't know me now, you're going to know me. It's only a matter of time before I'm on television with everybody else. My spot in this business is there. It's there. It's just I got to go out and get it. I'm gonna have to work harder than most guys because I'm not, you know, I don't tug on the social pipeline and try to, hang on coattails just to get opportunities. I'm earning everything that I get. I earn. I don't have nobody giving me anything without me earning it. So, and I don't expect it either. I don't expect walking into a company and just say, "Hey, give me the heavyweight title, give me the tag title, give me the fucking whatever." I just want to work. I just want to learn. I just want to grow. And it's only a matter of time before somebody notices me.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with that. And very positive attitude to have for sure. Something else you talked about using your height. Well, something else that you're going to be using your height for coming up is the basketball event that's been put together by Shane Fair, a benefit for the Miracle League of Mercer County. How I don't even know how this is going to be set up. It's a first time something like this is happening. It just sounds like such a dope thing. And it's kind of like, just bringing two worlds together that I love so much. How excited are you for this event, coming up and to happen?
I'm very excited, bro, because this is my world. I told Shane when he reached out to me about it, I was like, whatever you need. I even told him about doing the draft party, because he was just going to, do the event and fundraise. But I was like, hey, my friend has a bar. Like, let's do a draft, man. Make it like a draft. Make it like an NBA type of thing where, you pick the face, you pick the heel, or whatever. We can have little storylines or whatever. But I think it's gonna be a pretty solid structured basketball game with like minor tweaks. I think like you can tag in and out, which is going to be pretty cool. Instead of like stopping the game and making a substitution, you're going to be able to kind of like run by your bench, tag in somebody else, the next person comes in. You know what I mean? So that's going to be cool. I'm not too sure what else is going to happen, but I do know that the faces are going to win. I played college ball. A lot of people, man, I get a lot of shit from everybody in this industry, man. A lot of people don't like me. I don't know why. I give my shirt off my back for people, but I guess it's because I'm tall and, I'm liked by a lot of people. So I guess it's threatening to people. But I told Shane, number one is for charity. Number two, it's basketball. Number three, I'm super fucking competitive, and nobody's gonna score. I think Dan Moff is on the heels. I think that's their biggest guy. No shoot on Dan Moff or anything, but I don't see that man running up and down the court more than 4 or 5 times before being blown up. You know what I mean? I love that guy. He's a legend. He gave me my Oso Blanco nickname. It's no heat, Mr. Moff, but I'm gonna send you shit into the next row, brother. This is where I went to school for this. I played college ball. This is what I love. I love basketball, man. I'm from the street. I'm from Union City, New Jersey. I learned to play on a freaking milk carton on the post in the corner. Yep. This is my thing, brother. I'm super excited. Are you kidding me? I already ordered sneakers. I'm ready to go, man.
See, oh man, see, so you're getting into all my questions here. That was gonna be my question. I was gonna say, what sneakers are you gonna be wearing for it, and like who? Because you're around these guys way more often than I am. Who do you think is gonna have the hottest sneaker game during this?
Me. Me. Okay. Yeah. I got something to pull out for the game. I actually have 2 things that I might pull out for the game. I ain't even gonna say what they are, but one of them are fire as hell, and they're kind of modeled after the Bulls team. So that's all I'll say about those. And then I have another pair which are kind of like really special, kind of anniversary sneakers from Nike. So I got 2 things that I got for that show. I might wear one for warm ups and throw the other ones on when the games start.
Nice. So you say you played basketball when you were younger. That was going to be one of my questions as well. If you actually, played as well. I know. Just seeing you walking through the halls, you're like a coach's dream. Like, you play basketball? So,
I played. I was a triathlete in high school. I played football, baseball, and basketball. Then about junior, senior year, I just stuck with basketball. And then I went to college, Rampo College, where my daughter just got accepted. She's be going there next year, so that's pretty cool. Like the way the world works, it's crazy. But yeah, I played at Rampo, and Man, this is gonna be fun, dude. I'm already throwing ideas for him to do like a softball game and like maybe a flag football game. Like it's gonna be awesome. If this, which is, I think it should be huge. It's never really been done ever. A good guy versus bad guy basketball game with wrestlers. It should be quite interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure. I saw Vinny Chenzo post. He was like, "Oh, he's gonna be coming down on your shoulders."
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, I don't even know what to expect. I'm like, "This is gonna be
Yo,
crazy."
Vinny Chenzo better fucking show up ready to play ball. That's all I know. I ain't doing no fucking circus bullshit. Like, we're winning this game. And Shane's like, oh, but you got to relax. We have girls playing. And what if they go for, man, this whole equal opportunity, right? So if they go for a layup, I'm going to send the ball too. I'm just not going to foul them. I'm just going to send their ball to outer space. It's a basketball game. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm not going to hold up my competitiveness, for nobody.
I got you. Now, as you can see, I'm a huge Dallas Mavericks fan, so I'm gonna have to ask you a favor. All right, I'm gonna have to ask you. You got to take it easy on my peoples, Brandon Kirk and Casey Couture, because they're also Dallas Mavericks fans.
Very. I saw they were at the draft, repping the colors, man, and he thought we actually both thought that we were on the same team together, and we got souped because apparently he could play ball pretty well. So he was all excited, and then he found out that I wasn't on the bad guy team, and kind of got a little shook. So yeah, Brandon, I got something for you too, brother.
Oh man, yeah, that was the thing. I saw some of these guys. I mean, it depends on where you go and you see these guys wrestle, but some of these guys I saw on the faces, I was like, oh wait a minute. I was like, they're on the faces. Some guys I saw on the hills, I was like, there's kind of mixed, but at the end of the day, I think it's two great teams, and I'm totally looking forward to the event. When it comes to the NBA, who do you have winning the finals that's left in the playoffs?
Oh, I'm a Knicks fan, man. At this point, I don't care who's even in it.
Oh man, come on.
Once my team is out, bro. Once my team's out in any sport, I'm done. I don't root for anybody else. I don't care about whoever's Yankees, Knicks, Giants, Rangers. That's it. None of those are playing. I don't watch sports anymore.
Oh man, I feel you. Not.
All I'm happy is LeBron James got eliminated in the first round. That's all I could wish for, because I'm never gonna see the Knicks win a championship. So I'm grateful that LeBron was thrown the fuck out in the first round.
I feel you on that. I was happy that the Lakers got eliminated. I'm not like a LeBron hater or anything like that. I actually appreciate his greatness, but of course, there's always a lot of controversy when it comes to LeBron James. But
he's soft, bro. Don't even.
Nah,
don't even with the freaking violin crap. Yeah, the dude's awesome for starting that school and giving fucking all this stuff to kids and stuff. 100% agree with that.
Right.
But as far as him on the court, the whole conversation that Michael Jordan and him, and bro, it's sickening. I'm tired of it. There's no way he's better than Michael Jordan. He's soft. He flops. Michael Jordan never flopped. Ever.
Hey,
back then, those men were fighting on the court.
Mm-hmm. Everybody always brings
three-pointers.
Everybody always brings up that conversation too when they talk about, LeBron, Jordan, this and that. And for me, I'm always like, when did LeBron become better than Kobe Bryant? Like that.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
That's what I always think about. So I'm like, I don't know how he's better than Jordan. I don't even think he's better than Kobe, but
if anybody was like Michael, it was Kobe.
Yeah, but for me, when it comes to LeBron James, I'll tell you the thing I hate the most. I hate his fans. I feel like he's the first basketball player in history that fans have like bandwagon every single place that he's went. I have friends who have Cavs gear, Miami Heat's gear, LA gear. It's so annoying, and I hate it so much. And I'm loyal to my team no matter what. I've been Dallas Mavericks fan since like 1999, dude. And I'm like, I will never, ever stop being a Dallas Mavericks fan, ever.
I'm a Knicks fan. It's been, 60 years since they won a championship?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't follow anybody. If anything, LeBron should have came to New York. I think that story would have been better than him just going to the great teams to try and win a championship. But we know why he went to LA. He wanted to chase after, he wanted to put himself over Kobe and like be that name, but it just goes to show you the type of person he is on the court, man. He's soft, soft, soft,
I got you. So,
soft, bro,
uh,
soft.
so talking about repping teams here. Something I like about you. You always repping your roots of Cuba. How does it feel? Just every time going out there and just repping your country, man, and your matches and all that.
It fucking feels good, man. I'm Cuban. I'm Cuban Italian, but I was never raised. My father wasn't around my life, so like I was never really into my Italian culture because I was raised by my Italian, my Cuban side. My grandparents raised me. They would pick me up from school. My mom was a single mom working, supporting me and my sister. So like, all I ever known was my Spanish heritage. So to be able to represent it when there's not a lot of Cuban wrestlers in the industry, it feels nice. And I get some people from Cuba, like literally from like Havana and stuff on Twitter and Instagram, that have started following me. They found my stuff and they're like really proud of it. And they're like, we're big fans of yours out here and stuff like that. The kid even like kind of wrote me a song to come out to and stuff like that. So like, it feels nice to represent. My culture doesn't get a lot of press in the sense of good press. It's always negative stuff, and the people of Cuba are really, really having a hard time with everything. And not a lot of people know that. They just see it as a communist country, but it's really just a small group that's ruining that whole island. People are dying on a daily basis. There's, people sick everywhere. There's no food. There's no nothing. And there's barely even ambulances. If somebody's sick, they throw you in the back of a cart and they wheel you away. It's pretty rough. So to be able to represent that and just be proud of who I am, I think that's what's going to get me more noticed in this industry, and not being some like cartoon character that I'm not. If I stay true to who I am, how I was raised, and who my family and my blood is, I think I'm going to do a lot of things in this business.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Totally agree. Now I have to ask you because I'm a big foodie, so I gotta ask you, what's the best Cuban dish for a first-time person that's trying some Cuban food?
Damn, man. I mean, the first time having Cuban food, anything that you pick, you're gonna fucking fall in love with. But I would go with arroz con pollo. That's like that go-to dish. Man, whenever you're in Jersey, bro, I'll take you to a few places. Bergen Line Avenue, basically, there's so many good places on Bergen Line Avenue. I feel like I have one of the best steak sandwich places in the country. I put my life on the line that they'll win any competition, and it's literally a hole in the wall. And the menu's two things: either a big sandwich or a small sandwich, and drinks. That's it. Like it's very, 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 very old school, and it's like amazing. So, Cuban sandwich, the typical Cuban sandwich, if you get it good, like at a good place, that's always a great thing to have. But if you're gonna pick a dish, man, arroz con pollo for your first time.
Definitely. I feel like like any like Spanish culture or anything. Like my wife's half Dominican, half Puerto Rican, so like arroz con pollo is like great. Like throughout any Spanish culture, man.
Yeah, every culture makes it their own kind of way, and it's just like it's so good. It's so good. It's filling.
Definitely. Something else about you. The nickname El Oso Blanco. I know a little bit of Spanish, poquito. Because like I said, my wife. But I looked it up. The white bear, the polar bear. What's the significance of that to you? I know you said Dan Moff gave you that nickname. What's that significance to you, and what is it supposed to represent?
Well, I remember the first time I heard it. I did my first debut match for BCW, and at the end of the show, Dan Moff came up to me and he was like, "Man, you like El Oso Blanco." He's like, "You're the white bear, bro. You're like this big freaking monster of a man, fucking beard." He's like, "You're Spanish." He's like, "You should call yourself El Oso Blanco, man." And after a while, I just kept ringing in my head. And man, polar bears are nothing to be fucked with. and especially like an albino bear, a white bear, I'm sure it's pretty intense. And that's how I see myself, man. When I come back, it's not gonna be showtime. It's gonna be hurting people and putting them in the ground. I'm tired of pandering to the smaller guys and all this stuff. I'm damn near 7 feet tall. I'm 300 pounds. I can move better than most big men. That's one thing that I know. I don't have the weird bow legs. I don't have that Frankenstein walk. I'm like a normal sized dude. I'm like a normal sized dude in a really tall body. And it's scary, the shit that I can do. And the fact that nobody can see that, when I come back, I just got to ramp things up even more. You know, I'm going to be training in some Brazilian jiu-jitsu with my cousin. I'm going to be maybe I was talking to my wife about taking some boxing lessons. You know, it's not going to be, I'm going to come back and take what's mine. If like, you know, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I wouldn't be injured if I wasn't trying to fucking make the other person look better, and then I get nothing in return. I got to start looking out for myself. So, Oso Blanco, bro, relentless, scary, rare. You know, you don't see a lot of albino bears. Polar bears are going extinct, and they're also not to be messed with. They're pretty badasses themselves. So, I wanted to stick to my Spanish roots. So. It's a pretty sweet ass moniker, if you ask me.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty dope, and you know, I'm looking forward to some fantasy booking. I'm looking to see like El Oso Blanco and Bear Country against somebody else, like destroying people and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Nice. If I ever got to AEW, that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind being part of that team, but. Those guys themselves, man, I've known them before they were Bear Country, and they put in a hell of a fucking good time with everything they've done. It's been amazing to watch them grow and to watch them be on TV right now. It's amazing. Bro, it's just a matter of time, bro. Everybody that I've started with have been signed or have been to bigger companies. It's only a matter of time, bro. It's only a matter of time.
Definitely. I believe in you for sure. So, you know, just talking about that, here's another question I had. Like, what are your goals that you know, coming back from injury and all that, what are your goals that you want to accomplish just finishing out this year and just for your career in general that you want to, you know, accomplish down the line?
I want to work in other states. I want to get down to Florida. I want to do California. I definitely want to go to Canada. I want to gain the notoriety I feel I'm deserved. I think more people need to see what I can do. I want my titles back. I want my respect in Magic. I want my respect from everybody, literally. It's basically that respect tour 2021. I'm coming back to prove people that I belong here. I belong with every one of the people that everybody cheers for, buys shirts for, and does all this stuff for. I feel like I deserve that also. I'm given a bad rap. People think I'm an asshole sometimes. People think I'm mean or something like that, but people walk a day in my shoes. You know, see what it feels like to be kicked out of your house at 18. See how it feels like to be on the streets, fending for yourself, going weeks without eating, living in apartments with no electricity and no heat in the middle of winter, sleeping in the freaking bus stops. You know, I have a book I can write. You know, people don't know what I've been through. People don't realize what I've been through, and I get that, and that's fine. But you know, just all I ask for is an opportunity. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking to be, you know, John Cena. I'm not asking to be the #1 guy in every company. I'm just asking for an opportunity. I'm asking for an opportunity to make enough money to support my family and do something that I love to do, which is wrestling. You know, my goal is WWE. If that's not your goal, then I don't know where your head is, because regardless of what's going on, whether you like the product or not, it's been around forever and it's not going anywhere. That's the big leagues. It's always been the big leagues, and it's always going to be the big leagues. It's nice that AEW's around. It's nice that NWA's around. It's nice that NJPW's around. It's nice that all these companies are around. It's great places to go work. But at the end of the day, WWE is where you should want to be. Yeah. Listen, you know what you're going into. You know, if you get signed to WWE, they're going to do what they want with you. And if they don't have anything for you, then you're just going to be sitting around doing nothing. But guess what? You're getting paid to do it.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to do it. You're getting paid to go work out. You're getting paid to go hang out at the beach all fucking day. Like, where is that a complaint? So
Yeah.
I just want to be where I got an opportunity to grow and learn. So this is everything to me, and I'm not going to stop. This injury is not going to stop me. I basically spit in this injury's face. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, yeah, all right, go ahead, go in, cut me open, do what you got to do, but I'm going to be back quick. And I told them that. I told them, listen, I'm not going to be back gone. I'm not going to be that far gone. It's going to be 3 months at the most. And exactly 3.5 months, I'm back. I'm cleared. I'm working out. I feel great. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I'm on a whole nother level right now. And I don't think people are ready for it, brother.
Yeah, nice. I could definitely feel that passion in what you just said for sure. It's so funny that, you said that too. People just thinking of you as mean or an asshole or anything like that. As podcasters, we're always, wary, we don't want to step on people's toes or, bother the wrestlers and stuff like that. We always want to get you guys on our shows and stuff like that. And, just meeting you at, Battle Club and just, getting to talk to you for, just a little bit and, wishing you the best with your injury and everything. And I was just like, Meadowlands Monster, he's a good dude, man. I was like, oh, he's a really nice guy. So, it's always good. Everybody has their perception of people, but, it's always good to, find out the real person and, who they are. And, you're definitely a good dude for sure.
Yeah. And I'm like you guys, dude. I was a fan. I've been a fan. I'm going to be 37 years old. I've been a fan for 37 years of my life. Even when I was a little kid, I've always had wrestling toys. I've always watched wrestling. So like, and the short and long of things, like I'm a wrestling fan. I'm like you. I'm not special because I'm wrestling in the ring. So like, I see how some wrestlers are. They're very cocky. They're very like stuck up and shit. But when somebody asks me to do a podcast, why wouldn't I want to do that? Why wouldn't I want to talk about why I'm wrestling? Why wouldn't I want to, sit down and shoot the shit with people like you?
Yeah.
I was asked how much do I charge to do a podcast? I'm like, if there's motherfuckers charging to sit down and talk with a fan for like 30 minutes and shoot the shit, you're a piece of shit. Like, piece of shit. Unless you're John Cena or somebody who's like super, super mega famous. All right, I get it. You got to set time aside, so you got to pay for that. But like, come on, bro. Like, you want me to do a podcast? I'll do a podcast. Hey, sure. I'd love to do a podcast. You want me back? I'll come back whenever you want me. I love to talk.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate that for sure. Besides wrestling, outside of the ring, what are your hobbies, or do you have any talents that people don't know that you have, outside of wrestling?
I'm a pretty good drawer. I love art and stuff like that, but I kind of lost my way since high school and stuff like that. But my kids got my traits, so that's always a plus. I like to bake. I can cook. Typical dad stuff. I'm a dad, bro. I got 3 kids. My daughter's going to college next year. I got a 7 and a 6, an 8 and a 7. I mean, and I got to learn and adapt. So I can do quite a few things.
Nice. That's pretty dope, man. Yeah, I know how it is. I got 2 kids myself, 8 and 2. Time flies by, so I know how that goes, man. And just thinking like a baker, man. I would never think that you were a baker, man. Just gotta get something going. The Meadowlands Bakery or something like that. Monster Bakery or something, man.
My family owned the restaurant Sea Caucus for about 4 years in one spot and about 2 or 3 years in another spot. And it was times where I needed work. So my mom and my stepfather were very nice to give me a job. So I worked in the kitchen with the cook. I learned a lot of stuff through him. I learned a lot of stuff watching my grandma grow up and stuff like that, because I always watched Abuela, cook dinner and stuff like that. But yeah, I learned to make a tres leche. I'm pretty sure you know what that is, 3 milk cakes. So I learned how to make one, and I can make a really, really good one. And I just like it. It's fun. Not that I can do everything. I'm not like, those baking show type of good, but I can do certain things really well. But yeah, stuff like that. I just, you got to learn. You got to fill your brain with new shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm also a big gamer. I love playing video games. A lot of more sport games and stuff. You know, Call of Duty is like the one game that I play that's not a sports game. But you know, I've been playing video games my whole life, so that's also something that I like to do. Play basketball. But yeah, it's more about the kids now. Like whatever they do, we kind of like have to do with them. So my sons want to play tennis now, which is crazy because I never played tennis a day in my life. So I'm like, no basketball, no baseball. I can help you with those things. I can't help you with tennis.
Yeah. You just, hey man, whatever they like, you just gotta support them. That's all you can do.
It's like
man.
I can teach you how to get angry and throw the racket down, like you know Albert Agassi and all those guys used to do. But I don't know the fucking damn thing in tennis.
Oh man, oh, it's okay. I look forward to seeing your progress with that as well.
Yeah, right. I have 2 Roger Federers in my house now.
Nice. Hey man, take it, man. I'll take it. You know, but Meadowlands Monster, I would just want to say I appreciate you taking this time out, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Anytime, bro.
Definitely. Thank you once again. You know, just letting the fans get to know who you are. Definitely look forward to seeing you get back in the ring. Definitely look forward. I'll be at Basketbrawl, and I'll see you there as well.
Number 13.
Number 13. Oh,
Number
man.
13 in the program. Number 1 in your heart, baby.
Look at that. See? That's so funny. I used to wear number 13. I used to bounce between 15 and 13. And one time it was just like 15 wasn't available. So somebody took my number freaking in high school. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take 13. And I'm like, 13 is an unlucky number, but I'm like, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to change the stereotype.
My daughter wears 13. So that's the reason why I picked it.
Nice. That's dope, man. Definitely dope.
She was an Odell Beckham fan when he was normal and part of the New York Giants. But now he's a fucking weirdo, but that's the number she's been wearing for her whole volleyball career. So I was number 11, number 23. You know, I had a few numbers, but I'm like, I'm not gonna wear those. I'd rather support her and have her number so I can give her the jersey after the game and stuff. You know.
Oh, that's dope. That's pretty dope. I like that. For our fans that want to follow you, you know, check out your progress, check out your career. How would they connect with you on social media?
Lou Bruno, Facebook, Meadowlands Monster, El Oso Blanco, Instagram, Twitter. Basically, you type in the Meadowlands Monster in Google, you'll find either me or Monster Trucks. So I picked a pretty cool name. It was pretty easy to find me. I might be popping up some places this weekend. I'll probably be having video of that soon. Gonna be wrestling again soon. I think my first real big time booking is July with Catalyst Wrestling. I think that's the first place I'm gonna have a match, and then we're gonna take it from there. I have a lot of things to catch up on since I've been gone. I gotta make people remember who I am. So.
Yeah. Nah, come on, man. If they forgot, there's something got to be wrong with them if they forgot who you are.
I hope they did. I hope they did because it's going to be that much better when I see their look on their faces.
Oh man, well, definitely look forward to that for sure. You guys, you can follow us at Wrestling IQ 101 once again on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Wrestling IQ 101. Check us out on all streaming platforms on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you get your podcasts. And once again, for this episode, it's Derrick. It's the Meadowlands Monster, and we are out.